Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'm Nev from Nev's Riot Review. How's it going, folks? We've got a lot to go over. This is the Sunday special. The weekends are always extra crazy, especially at night. The night shift folks are different than the day shift folks. The night shift folks are more like rioters than the day shift folks, that's for sure. That seems to be where the peaceful people come out. But once you get the weekend and the night shift together, things definitely get crazy. So before we get to the night shift, let's just take you back a little bit. A few days ago, the DHS, Department of Homeland Security Intelligence report showed the department had collected and analyzed messages between Portland protesters. A new report says you got to expect that to happen, especially in Portland, where people just got dragged off the streets in unmarked vans. You gotta expect that stuff to happen. So the cops will go through your phone and get all the information off of it. And I wouldn't be too surprised if they had a program that just literally sucked all of the information out of your phone. Like, they don't even go through it. They don't check your texts. They just plug it into this machine and it just sucks everything off of it. I could totally see that. And I could see a lot of these kids being the type to not have any locks on their screens. You're supposed to take a burner phone, but you know none of these kids are going to do that because they can't get their stepdads to buy them another one. And anyways, they wouldn't even if they could, because they're bringing whatever phone has the best selfie cam, because that's how we do things these days. But once again, you gotta expect this stuff to happen. Not only that, but in a state of emergency, the governments always get extra power. And within Ontario, Canada, here, our government has the ability, already has the ability to see GPS location data on people and texts, because we're in a state of emergency. So things are different when you're in a state of emergency. Anyways, I want to move over now. I want to move over to Colorado. I didn't hear about this, but on the 25th, this happened. Check this out. Protesters on the road, never a good idea. And a Jeep goes through. What you don't see happening here are shots fired. Shots fired. Now the shot, okay, you can see the flat tire there. Anyways, somebody shot at the Jeep and shot the Jeep and two other protesters. Once again, links to everything in the description. The guy that did it was real upset. He didn't mean to shoot any other protesters, but that's what happens. You gotta think about what's beyond your target, right? Arrest the suspect in the shooting of two protesters in Aurora deepens distrust of police. Basically, the police are saying they're not talking to us, these protesters aren't talking to us, and the protesters are like, of course we don't like you, we're not gonna say anything about this, but we're not going to say anything about what happened. We're not going to give you any information. Anyways, the dude who made the shots got arrested. The Jeep driver did not get arrested. The Jeep driver is staying quiet. However, his friend is not. He said that he didn't mean to, that they didn't mean to, but I have a hard time believing that when watching this. So the protesters are scattering now. So the Jeep had to have had its horn on. The Jeep had to have had its horn on for those protesters to know and move that quick. I gotta say, those are some pretty quick protesters. They moved real quick. And we have more peaceful protests going on in Aurora, Colorado. Yep, knock knock, pizza delivery. Peaceful protesters. Look how peaceful. Peaceful, my guys. And once again, we have the Jeep parting the Red Sea. They say they didn't mean to. Moving on. Okay, so there was a bit of a thing in Texas. They were worried that there was snipers going around. Turned out not to be a big thing. I have no idea who brought this idea that snipers would be maybe this individual, but snipers, really? Antifa? I could not see them go that far. They wouldn't have the balls to do that. Anyways, within this protest, they blocked roads. And within this video, You see a black guy getting out of his car and giving him hell. I gotta go to work.
I'm black. I gotta go to work. I got bills. I got kids. Get the fuck out my way. I got to air this bitch out, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
That's the hero of this video. Definitely not Facebook's buffering. But anyways, black guy gotta pay his bills. He's being blocked. Guys, you don't block the roads. You don't know who you're blocking. Now, I believe that the guy in the shirt over here, we're going to see him again. I think he's a leader. Portland Sheriff has just declared an unlawful assembly. Okay, so yeah.
This is Robert Evans.
Stuff's going down in Portland.
Moving in behind the post line because that's where I got caught.
I should just flat out tell you guys, Portland, a lot of the protesters move away from the federal building. It seems to have something to do with that explosive that was detonated at the federal building. I think the Antifa was only interested in taking things so far, and after that, after the wall of mums fell down and disintegrated, after it turned out that there was some discrimination against black people within it, I guess I could stretch, yeah, if I was the media, I could stretch it into saying that. Look it up, though. There's some interesting stuff about that. So anyways, the protesters no longer at the federal building. The protesters have hit the suburbs. And the suburbs said, nope. Protesters got kicked out of there pretty quickly. Now, I'll give you protesters a warning. If you guys are listening to this, be very careful whose windows you start breaking, who you start messing with. There are a lot of mentally not all there people out there that either haven't been identified or the system just hasn't worked for them. There's a lot of quiet folks who are like the Joker, but they're not so far left, and they're just in their houses. You guys leave them alone, and be cool. Be cool. I mean, the feds are one thing, but don't go after civilians. That's just beyond. That's just beyond within reason within this game. Just leave freaking people alone. Portland Sheriff just assaulted a crowd, slashing tires, macing, and beating people, many of whom they did not even attempt to arrest. They simply wanted to assault. Okay. The only Roberts. Yeah, more video of them getting kicked out. They're so loud. They're so loud and annoying. At least the Portland ones are. They just shriek. It's their first thing that they do. Yeah, here's that guy again. Here's that leader dude. Yeah. Come on these streets, nigga. We're gonna see what the fuck it is after, boy. Every last motherfucking thing. Even Toronto's getting in on things this round. Watch, Black Lives Matter protesters stage die-in on downtown street. Blocking roads, they love to block roads. Protesters love to block roads. It's just what we do here. Oh, that's a pretty busy road too. Yeah. Anyways, Black Lives Matter protests are definitely worldwide. That's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Nev from the Riot Review. Like and subscribe if you like this stuff. Hit that notification bell if you like hearing the latest about what's going on. There's definitely something going on, and I'm going to be watching it until it's done. If it gets done. We'll see. Have a good one, folks. Take care of each other.